Across the country, young Kiwi girls like these at l'Académie de Danse on Auckland's North Shore turn out in their thousands to learn the rudiments of classical ballet. The average Kiwi boy wouldn't be seen dead here, but there's nothing average about Jackson Hirst. Ten-year-old Jackson has stood out since he began classes when he was just 4. He remembers clearly why he first wanted to dance.
I used to like fairies when I was little because I danced in the sky or something. So I associated it with dancing, and I just kept on watching the Spice Girls, and they're good at dancing, so I thought I'd try dancing, and I liked it, so I kept on doing it.
Jackson is the youngest of 3 brothers. His father says Jackson's passion for dance took the family some getting used to. The film Billy Elliot comes to mind.
My initial reaction was I was pretty shocked, actually. I thought, son of mine doing ballet, you know. But I thought rugby or football's for my boys, not dancing.
Jackson is not only above average at dance, he also excels in sports. When this Devonport lad isn't scoring boundaries on the cricket field, he's on the soccer field, the top goal scorer for his team. If he continues to dance, his successes in sport should help shield him from some of the destructive attitudes that still prevail in the Kiwi culture. Attitudes that have cut deep in some of those at the top of their ballet game.
I think it comes back to the kind of the macho image in New Zealand, that, you know, if you dance, if you express yourself, then you're gay. That's not true at all. I mean, the three New Zealanders in this company are straight.
The Royal New Zealand Ballet. There's no shortage of young Kiwi females who want to join this world-class company. But when it comes to attracting good Kiwi male dancers, it's a different story. Just 3 of their 16 males are New Zealanders. Rowan Khan has been around dance all his life. His mother teaches ballet.
I think I started properly at about 4.5. The girl across the road was, I was sort of been to kindergarten with. The 2 of us started doing ballet. But I only learned off my mother till I was about 6 or 7. I think it's a bit hard learning off your parents. So I went to another ballet teacher and stayed with her till I left for Australia.
Start facing the bow, going to go Tondi front, lower to 4th.
Rowan's an old boy of Auckland's Sacred Heart College, a school more widely renowned for its All Blacks. Sean Fitzpatrick's an old boy. While never reaching those heady heights, Rowan did spend plenty of time in the front row as a prop forward.
I loved it, and it rounded out life, and on some days I'd go to school, have rugby training and then have ballet classes after rugby training in the evening, and then fall asleep doing my homework.
At age 14, Rowan went to Australia for a ballet summer school.
I sort of went over there and thought, well, this isn't actually a bad thing. I'm not too bad at it, so I could make a go of it. So from then on, I sort of had in the back of my mind that was what I wanted to do.
Back home, the young teenager found his love of dance was not as well received as his love of rugby. The reaction shocked him.
Just malicious. Oh, it was just people being malicious because I think when they didn't understand it at all, and they'd had these preconceptions passed on by their parent or by society, I suppose, and they just some of it, particularly in my 3rd form year, was. But just say 1 or 2 people where it could be absolutely horrible. They, yeah, I don't know why they did it, but I suppose in a way it made me want to keep on doing this even more. Maybe if I hadn't had that, I might have not danced and kept on playing rugby.
Andrew Simmons discovered dance as a 6-year-old when he went with a friend to her ballet class.
Yeah, I just watched one class, and then I remember the next week I was in there doing it myself, so... And it just progressed and hasn't stopped, really.
And 8, and over, and open.
Andrew's love of dance was also tempered by teasing, but surprisingly not by the other boys.
I actually stopped dancing for a year when I was 12 to 13 because I think I just got a bit over it, and I got sick of the hassles at school, which were mostly from girls, funnily enough. It wasn't really from boys. I think boys maybe had a bit of respect and they saw the fitness and the challenges in it, where the girls just a bit, I don't know, they didn't understand it, I'm not too sure.
Andrew went on to St Bede's College in Christchurch where, because of his fear of being teased, his aspirations for ballet were kept well hidden.
I used to tell people that, oh, do you want to go out tonight? Do you want to go for a, do you want to go out, rah-de-rah, play, I don't know, cricket or something like that? But I'd have to say, yeah, I'd love to, but I'm going to tennis, going to ice hockey, whatever, just try to cover it up.
At age 15, Andrew advised the school he was leaving for a career in dance. The principal was thrilled.
He announced it to the entire school that I was leaving to do full-time dance in Christchurch, and I just wanted to sink into my seat as everyone sort of murmured around me, whispering, rah, rah, rah. And after that, I just felt sick to the stomach as I walked out of the assembly because people were talking about me behind my backs, calling me names.
For Jordan Wilcox, life was easier. He didn't start ballet until relatively late, although he had danced in his mother's disco classes in Christchurch.
I always just loved moving to music and just the whole physicality of dancing, and yeah, I just stumbled across a ballet class once when I was 15. I was just walking around the Arts Centre in Christchurch and walked by the studio and had a look in the window, and I was like, wow, that looks really cool. And yeah, from there I just went and talked to the teacher, and that's where it all began. Yeah.
Jordan says he managed to avoid the bullying that can discourage the young Kiwi male dancer.
When I was at school, I mean, I was quite athletic, and I did a lot of sprinting, and I played rugby, and my best mates were all kind of the top athletes at school and stuff, and so, I don't know, nobody really, I mean, they just thought of it as another physical thing that I did, and I actually took a friend of mine along to a ballet class, and, he just was like, wow, that's cool, and so, and from then onwards, if anybody goes, oh, you're a ballet dancer, aren't you? My mates would stand in and go, you should see what he does. It's pretty cool, and they wouldn't sort of, mock me or anything, so, yeah.
While Rowan and Andrew are in the first flush of their careers, Jordan has been with the company for 10 years. His partner, senior dancer Jane Turner, recently retired after a similar period. When the time comes for him to retire, it's likely the 35-year-old Jordan will further his ambitions as a choreographer.
I pretty much live day by day with things. The fact that I'm still here and still, 10 years on from when I started at the ballet company, still dancing, I just consider myself lucky that I've still got a job and I'm still here and my body still does it at this age. And yeah, I sort of live day by day with the whole career, basically.
Now look into your fingertips and open your arms to second. Now we're going to work on your grand plie, and I want everyone to think of taking their eyes to their fingertips until the open fifth position, and then...
Back at l'Académie de Danse, the challenge to attract boys continues and is typical of the situation throughout the country. Of the 850 youngsters who take classes here, only 20 are boys. Both James Davies and Andrew Jones are junior associates with the Royal New Zealand Ballet. This gives them 4 weekends a year in Wellington in workshops with the professionals. Their drive to seek careers in dance is simple.
Just because I love it, and I don't know, it was in me.
All my friends are pretty like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Rowan Khan says he's living his dream and wants to encourage other young Kiwi boys to do the same. In fact, he mentors a young dancer in the Waikato.
Basically, just keep an email contact, and when we pass through Hamilton, I'll stop and say hi after the performance, and yeah, just sort of, because I found it hard growing up and bearing what was a stigma of doing ballet in a way. So I just want to support anyone else who chooses to do that, to take a chance at the ballet thing.
Jackson Hirst is still undecided about the ballet thing. His first love is soccer, and this year he's trying out for an apprenticeship with some English clubs. But a career in dance is definitely an option. And just as in Billy Elliot, Jackson's dad has come around.
When I went and saw him dance and got the feel of what he was doing and saw, well, I thought he was pretty good at what he was doing and he enjoyed it, and so I thought it was great after that.
But Jackson's teenage years are still ahead, and his older brothers have yet to be convinced.
Yeah, they tease me a lot, and so do their friends. But I just take no notice of them.
Still to come on Artsville, Janet Charman fires up her V-Dove.